Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about MoP PvP, and it has gotten a massive update and sort of change. It's not like too crazy on the individual changes, but it is crazy in the sense it is going to reshape how PvP is done, and it will probably never be the same. They're tweaking how sort of resiliences work, item level you're allowed to take, and just the entire system as a whole to create either a balanced masterpiece or a complete clown fiesta, and we'll just have to see. So without further ado, we're going to switch it over here to the blue post, and we'll dive right into it. So I'll see you then. Voop. Alrighty, here is this marvelous blue post, and they have updated several PvP focused elements for the upcoming MoP experience. During active seasons, the conquest cap will go up every week for all characters. If a player does not reach a cap in a week, they will be able to catch up. This is a change we made in Cata Classic that we are pleased by the feedback. So if you want to get involved in PvP, you're not restricted weekly. You can just start playing PvP. You could grind arenas. You could get 10,000 points in a weekend, buy all the arena gear, and be on the same footing as someone who's done it every single day for the entire expansion, which is a massive change in itself that allows people to play it pretty much whenever they want and not be weekly gate capped and get really far behind if they miss a week. No FOMO in their PvP, which is amazing. Then we will bring back Gladiator and Rank 1 titles and rewards for 2v2s and 5v5s. So you could be a 2v2 Glad and a 5v5 Glad, which is very interesting. We will have a flat cutoff instead of a percentage of players for Rank 1 and Gladiator slots. That is interesting. So that means if you're above 2.2k, you earn the Gladiator, and if you're above like 2.5k, you might earn Rank 1. Very interesting. I'm not sure the logic behind that one, but all in the same, it's nice to be, you can hit this goal and you get it. Having multiple ults in the Gladiator range no longer counts towards multiple slots when calculating the cutoff for that arena size bracket. For example, if you have 4 characters that are all Gladiator and 3s, you only count as one spot, and all of those 4 characters get Gladiator rewards. Similarity, if you have 2 characters that are Gladiator and 2s, 2 characters that are Gladiators and 3s, and 4 characters that are Gladiators and 5, you count as 1 character in 2s, 1 character in 3s, and 1 character in 5s. All of those characters get their Gladiator rewards. If you have 2 Gladiators that are Gladiator in 3s, and you had 1 character that is not, you will count as 1 in 3s, and your 2 characters get Gladiator rewards, and the character that was not Gladiator does not get the Gladiator rewards. So that's very interesting. So like the title, I'd imagine the title and the mount will only be accessible on that character and not be account bound like a lot of it is. I'm not entirely sure if that's what I'm taking from that. I'm not exactly sure if that is correct. Now we get into why PvP is going to be drastically different and really interesting here in MoP. This shakes up every tier list you have ever seen, every class thing that says this class is best for this. They're kind of shaking it all up in the PvE and PvP areas, which is very, very interesting. So base resilience is set to 62% damage reduction from players for the duration of Arena Season 12. So if you're at 62, or you just have 62% reduction in arenas. Base resilience is set to 40% for characters below level 90. Then battle fatigue is set to 30%, minus 30% shielding and healing for the duration of Arena Season 12. We are aware that PvP power has not been contributing towards healing on the beta, and that has been accounted for with the battle fatigue and base resilience numbers we have arrived at. So PvP power and PvP resilience are the unique stats that they add in there. So these are just base sets for them. I'm not sure how power is going to affect these, but that is just where people are at when they're in arena. We are aware that PvP power, there is a maximum PvE item level of 473 while inside arenas, battlegrounds, and rated battlegrounds. If you are wearing a non-PvP item in an arena, BG, or RBG that exceeds the 473 item level, it will be set to 473 item level for that match. So specifically, the one item that everybody gets in PvE that jumps immediately to mind is the legendary cape. So obviously we won't have it right off the rip here, but you still get a base version of it. Like you get the tier 1 version of it that is still very powerful and OP. So that is the one item that really jumps into my mind, and so it will be balanced. And as it says, for clarity, PvP items like conquest weapons at item level 490 are not affected by this cap and retain their item level. So 490 is like the conquest gear level, so a 473 piece is still good. Like, that is just above heroic. That is like normal rating level gear. But it's really interesting to see that, and see that's where we're gonna see the biggest thing is the cape. So like the legendary cape will be capped at that. It's not legendary yet, it'll be epic. So as always, thank you for your feedback, the WoW Classic Dev team. So we have a few challenges here. Good changes, but what is your target demographic? Dad, limited playtime, reluctant buyers of boosts. When will you implement rated solo queue? What successful PvP game doesn't have rated solo queue? Otherwise, participation will die despite these efforts, just like in TBC Wild Kata, sitting for 30 minutes in LFG to have a partner leave after first loss is so demoralizing. I will just log out. Solo queue with attaining solo MMR lets us practice and find partners and increase participation in PvP generally. Give me rate solo queue and I'll probably boost every class to 90 just to try it out. Oh yeah, and let scrims and raid arena give honor, but less honor than BGs to keep BGs healthy. That's a good idea. That's good changes. Obviously, I personally have not partaken in classic PvP because to me, I did it all originally, and it's more of the same stuff. The metas were figured out. There's been absolutely zero shakeup up until this point. This kind of changes everything for me. You might see Kago get in the arena and actually do some PvP. We'll see about that. How will the cutoff be calculated? Please make these changes to retail. We want 2s for glads. See, like, I hate that people come in here and they're like, yeah, retail, we want this. Like, keep it in the game we're talking about here. Interesting changes, but I have one question. I would separate WoW accounts on the same BattleNet as alts. It would be possible to see some changes for RBGs. The Horde RBG bracket is entirely dead compared to the Alliance side. Perhaps a separation of the hero of the faction slots. Not entirely sure what they mean by that. I guess it is cool to see the same BattleNet for multi-account people. Good changes. Blizzard, keep it up. Perhaps consider changing the speed in which dampening ramps up as well. These changes are only as good as when people can find consistent players to push with. I tried out PvP early in Canada and it felt quite impossible. There wasn't even a PvP LFG section. I'm expecting another 1 month of hype before going back to retail season 3. I know this is extremely unlikely, but I'm begging you all to put it back. Yeah, like people like. The retail and classic team are completely separate, guys. They don't see this. They don't really, like, they are completely separate. They do not care. Like, this is going to be lost asking for things for retail in the classic forum about the classic Mists. Like, they are completely separate teams, guys. Extremely good changes. So it seems like everyone is excited for these changes overall. Their biggest concern is if PvP is going to be dead or not. And I don't know. Like I said, I personally have not PvP'd at all because I did it all originally in Wrath, Kata, and MoP. That's when I was really peaking in PvP, getting all the titles, achievements, whatever. And I like, to me, the game has already been figured out. There's no reason for me to do it again. That's my same attitude towards collecting. I already collected them once 10, 15 years ago. I don't feel the need to collect every mount, pet, etc. again. So those are just my thoughts on it. I really do hope to see PvP scene be healthy for once, and a lot of people come to it. These changes definitely, reading them makes me maybe want to pick up the axe and get into this wonderful arena that you see right here in Orgrimmar. So anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to hear your opinions, your thoughts, and so on about it, and if you're going to try out PvP. So until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.